Are you looking for a contemporary clean update for your kitchen that won't bust your budget? Why not install a ceramic and glass tiled backsplash? Glass tiles are beautiful and they come in a wide variety of colors to match any decor. They're also easy to install. Start with a clean surface that's free of dust and grime. Protect your countertops and your appliances by covering them with paper. To determine the amount of tiles that you need, simply multiply the width by the height. I always like to buy a little extra so I don't run out before I finish the project. Now comes the fun part, the layout of our design. We selected the beautiful white subway tile, which makes a statement on its own, but by adding this aqua glass tile, it's really going to make it pop. Now your glass tiles are typically sold in a sheet, like a 12 by 12 sheet, and they're all attached with this net backing. And this is really nice because you can just cut it apart with scissors, and you can either leave it in strips or you can cut them out individually depending on your design. We're going to use it in the strip and just add a row just like that. Isn't that great? Just really makes that pop. It's a nice, sleek, modern look to it. Now to attach our tiles to our wall, we're using a pre-mixed adhesive and a trowel, and we're just going to load this up with our putty knife. You do want to make sure that you read your manufacturer's instructions before using your adhesive. Get a nice fair amount on your trowel because this trowel is really going to work for us. You can see I've already started this on my wall. We're going to go right up against our other pieces and just gently pull our adhesive away. Now I'm working in 12-inch sections, and this is great because it's a nice manageable section for us. We don't want everything to set up on us before we're ready for it. We're going to turn our trowel around and see this combed edge here? This is what's going to make sure that we have the proper amount of adhesive. See how that just pulls some of that off for us? And we're going to work from the bottom up, and the reason why we're doing that is because we're using the top of our countertop to keep everything nice and level. We're going to put this in place, push it down to the top of our counter. You're ready for our next piece. We're going to do the same thing. Now we don't need to worry about the spacing in between because we're going to use these handy little discs, which are called spacers, and they just slide right in to help us keep our spacing nice and even. If you find yourself in a situation where you need to cut a piece of tile, maybe around an outlet or at the top of your cabinets, all you need to do is use a tile cutter. Let me show you how easy that is to use. This right here is our tile cutter. Lay your piece down inside the cutter, and this part right here is actually our cutting wheel, and we're going to push that across our tile and listen for that score sound. Hear that sound? Let the feet come back down, apply a little bit of pressure, and there we go. We've got a perfect cut. So this is really a handy tool, especially for this job. Allow the tiles to set completely before you start the grouting process. Now we've been working with a 3-part epoxy grout today. You don't mix it with water, so be sure that you follow the manufacturer's instructions and the safety information. We've been applying our grout with a rubber grout float, and this is a really handy tool. We just put our medium right onto the float. We're going to go straight to our wall and begin smoothing this on with our float. The float's something you'll get comfortable using. You can apply pressure, you can tilt it, and it really helps you just get that grout right into all of your spaces. Make sure that you don't have any air bubbles. This also helps to remove some of the excess grout as well. It's a good idea to work in a small manageable space, like a 1-foot section at a time. During the process of applying your grout, you do want to come back through with a damp sponge and wipe away some of your excess grout. We're going to allow our grout to set up for 15 minutes depending on the temperature and the humidity of the room. Then use a clean, dry sponge to remove any remaining grout residue off the surface of the tiles. You will want to apply caulk to the base and along any exposed edges. The secret to getting a smooth caulk line is to apply a thin strip of caulk and then smooth the line by running a wet fingertip over the caulk. What an amazing transformation. This is an easy, affordable way to add real style to your kitchen backsplash. If you need more home improvement projects and information, visit us at Lowe'sCreativeIdeas.com.